I can use more time. I don't know about you, but if you watch this video, I'll be able to show you 5 ways you can maximize your time. Hi and welcome. My name is Nika Famujiro. And if you're really serious about getting more done in a day, maximizing your time and being more productive, this is the place to be. So subscribe. Now let's go into the 5 different ways you can adopt in your business right away if you want to get so much done in a day, and make sure that, you know what, the limited time you have in your business, you're making the most of it. Now the first one is this: you need to get rid of your negative mindset when it comes to time. And I'm going to go really deep into this. Now I've seen this happen over and over again. I meet a mom entrepreneur. She's so busy. She wants to get more done in a day. She wants to balance her life, which are all great goals. But here's the thing: the first thing they're going to tell me is, I don't have enough time. Yes, we all could use more time. But when you have a negative mindset that no matter what you do, it's absolutely impossible for you to have time for anything else. If you're already in that state of mind where you're thinking, you know what, I can just never have enough time, it's impossible. There is no amount of training, coaching that can help you if you don't get rid of that negative mindset. So when I talk about negative mindset about time, it's really, really deep, and it's the foundation of you maximizing your time. Now, I'm going to give another example. Now, for me, for example, I grew up in a family where everybody were entrepreneurs. My parents were entrepreneurs. I had a lot of brothers and sisters that were into one business or the other. And what I could see was the trend was, when you talk about entrepreneurship, it's all about the hustle, 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 and there's never enough time. Now, that's the mindset I had when I started my own business as well. But being a time management expert, I realized that, you know what, I don't have to work 24 hours in a day before I am successful. If I learn how to maximize my time, to make the most of every time I'm working on my business, that way I can be successful. Do I still fall into the pitfall of the hustle mode? Yes, I still do. Some days go by where I'm working non-stop and I forget to take care of myself or be involved in my family. But I know that if I continue to work on that mindset, that, you know what, it's not about the many hours of work that I put in my business, is actually about the quality of the time that I put into my business. Now that's another example. I'm going to give you a third example when it comes to the negative mindset, because you know what, once you get this foundation right, where you have a positive mindset when it comes to time, it's going to be so much easier for you to adopt the 4 different ways that I'm going to be explaining pretty soon. So now this is the third example. For some of us, we moved from working environment to being an entrepreneur. And being in a working environment, even if, for example, let's say right now you write books, you write children books, but maybe before now you used to write children books for a big company. So all you had to do was just write books. Somebody else had to worry about the sales. Someone else had to worry about marketing. I mean, you might even have a graphic designer on board, and you have all this different department you used to work with. But now that you run your own business, you are like everything. You're like the designer, you're the marketer, you're the salesperson, and you might get overwhelmed and think, how in the world am I ever going to get this done with my 24 hours? And you know what? That is a negative mindset. You can do it. You definitely can do it. All you need to do is learn some simple time management techniques. Learn to DSO. Learn what you really need to be involved in. Learn to invest your time in your business. Maximize your time. Keep watching this channel, of course. That way you can get it done. So I've just given you 3 different examples of you having a negative mindset when it comes to time. So stop right now. Think about it. When I hear the word time, what is the first thing that comes to my mind? What is my relationship with time? So that's the first point. Let us go on to the second point. The second point is set targets. Now, if you don't have anything you're aiming for, or if you don't have a goal, it's going to be very hard for you to stay, on track. It's just the way it is. It's just like you running around in circles and there's never no end to it. So you need to set targets when it comes to your business. Now, I know, and I've seen this happen so many times, as an entrepreneur, of course you have goals for your business. But most of the time, the kind of goals that we set are big goals. They are the goals, a 1-year plan and the 2-year plan. 10 years, 5 years, that's awesome. But you need to set daily goals in your business. So when you think about even your life, for example, you have all these great goals. Can you break it out into smaller goals so that you have a target that you're working towards? So when you're using your time is to make sure that everything you're doing is taking you towards those daily goals, those weekly goals, those baby steps. And I'm going to explain 2 ways you can set targets and make sure that keeps you in line in maximizing your time. The first one is Parkinson's Law. The concept of Parkinson's Law is very simple. Now, have you noticed that when you have a deadline when it comes to a particular goal, so let's say, for example, you need to get a particular work done by, let's say, Friday. You know that Friday is in 5 days' time and you have to get it done. For some strange reasons, that particular task moves from the bottom of your list to the top of your list, especially if it's going to take you exactly 5 days to actually work on that task. So you have this task to carry out. It's going to take you 5 days to get it done, and the deadline is exactly 5 days from now. It becomes very important. You put so much energy into it. You stay laser focused. You get all the help you can get and make sure that it's done. That's exactly the concept when it comes to Parkinson's Law. So Parkinson's Law, he believes that for every goal on your daily list, in your mind, set an imaginary deadline. So that way, that particular task becomes a crunch time. Let's get this task done, and you will be able to get that task done as soon as possible in the limited time that you need. Basically, Parkinson's Law says that work expands so as to fill the time available for its completion. The second one you should consider is focus. So now you set your targets, you put a deadline, and you can also put a reminder so you know your goals for the day. So you put a deadline according to Parkinson's Law, and you set a reminder to make sure that you stay on track with it. What is important to help you maximize your time is your focus. You need to be laser focused on that task. The deadline concept is really good, and you focusing on it will make you 10x your time that you're working on it. So I'm going to give you a technique you can use. You can use the Pomodoro technique, and this is how it works. All you have to do is you work on that particular task. You set a timer for you to work on that task for 25 minutes straight. No interruptions, no distractions. Stay focused. And then when the timer goes off, you go for a 5 to 10 minutes break. Once your break is over, you get back in, you set the timer for another 25 minutes, work on the task as well. Once the timer goes up after 25 minutes, you go for another break. And then when you do that 4 times, at the end of the 4th time, you go for a longer break. Now, the benefits of it is this. The Pomodoro method is going to help you to make sure you take breaks, enables you to be laser focused on whatever task you're working on for 25 minutes. I'm sure you can hold your focus for 25 minutes, and you can track your focus for 25 minutes. And then once you're done, you're done. So let's go on to the third way that you can maximize your time to make sure you get so much done in a day. The third way is this. You need to figure out where your time goes. And that's why in my program, the flexible time blocking, I usually make sure that all my clients do a time audit. And I'm going to tell you this. If you don't know where the problem is, it's going to be very hard for you to fix it. So it's just like a leaking bucket, and it's hard for you to figure out why is the water going away? That's exactly what you need to do in your business. You need to figure out what is eating your time? What are the time thieves? And once you know what they are, deal with it. So let's go on to the fourth one, which is basically you need to be a forever learner. Now, when it comes to time is like an investment. And you know how the stocks is changing and everything is changing everywhere. That's exactly how I see time. The time stays the same, but there's so many techniques and so many ways you can invest your time to make sure that you get more done in a day. There's so many tools out there, so many apps, so many productivity planners and all that out there that can really help you to make the most of your time. Because whatever you do, you cannot get more than 24 hours, but there are simple tips and hacks and tricks to it that will make your 24 hours seem like so much more. So be a forever learner when it comes to time management. And that's why if you've not subscribed to this channel, you should, because I'm always sharing productivity hacks that can help you. And the very last one is create rituals. And when I say rituals, you can call it routines, you can call it habits. This is the thing. There's certain things that you do every day. Whether you like it or not, you're always going to do it. And there's certain things that are important for you to do every single day. Now, all you have to do is pick out those things that are important for you to do every day and make a ritual out of it. How can you make a ritual? Do it every single day. I mean, there's a common saying that goes that it takes 21 days to build an habit. This is me. I know it takes 21 days to build an habit. I tell myself I'm going to do it twice as long to make sure that I nail that habit. That's exactly what you need to do. And I'm going to give you an example. Maybe in your life, you know what? I want to adopt a grateful lifestyle. I want to make sure that I take some time to myself and just figure out certain things, whether in my personal life or in my business. And then you say, you know what? I want to meditate more. I want to be more in tune with myself. Or maybe one of your goals is, you know what? I want to spend more time with my family. All you have to do is extract those goals, put them into maybe a morning routine, an afternoon routine, or night routine, and make sure that day in, day out, you become so predictable. You're always doing those things at those particular times in the day. Trust me, if you do it, not just for 21 days, you do it for 42 days, I am telling you, the day you wake up and you don't do it, you feel like I'm missing something. That's exactly the place you need to be. So if you want to nail time management, make rituals out of the daily tasks that you carry out that are important in your life, in your business, in your health, in your personal life, and make a ritual out of it. So there you have it. Those are the 5 things you can adopt straight away in your life, in your business, or share with a friend to make sure that you maximize your time. And why do I like talking about time? Time is a tool that's going to get you to your goals. If you like videos like this, make sure to share it with your friends. Plus, like the video and of course, comment. I want to learn more about your own time management techniques and tips and hacks, because you know what? I want to be a forever learner, and of course, people watching this video too can learn from you. And don't forget to subscribe. Click that bell, because every week you're getting 2 videos, and when you click the bell, you'll get a notification when that video comes up. So that's it. I'll see you around.